नमस्ते फ्रेंड, आप सभी का एक बार फिर से वेलकम। और फ्रेंड्स, केरला हाई कोर्ट ने एक डिसमिस्ड एम्प्लॉय को, कोऑपरेटिव बैंक के डिसमिस्ड एम्प्लॉय को राहत दिया। केरला हाई कोर्ट प्रोवाइड्स फुल वेजेस टू डिसमिस्ड बैंक एम्प्लॉयज। क्या केस है, आइए डिस्कस करते हैं। द केरला हाई कोर्ट इन a recent judgment upheld the arbitration court's order directing the Arukkara Service Cooperative Bank Limited to pay full back wages to a former employee T.M. George. The division bench, comprising Justice Anil K. Narendran and the Murli Krishnan Yas, dismissed the bank's appeal, emphasizing that the burden of providing gainful employment during suspension lies with the employer. क्या बैकग्राउंड था इस केस का? T.M. George, who served as a secretary of the Apurka Service Cooperative Bank, was suspended in October 98 following allegations of financial mismanagement. An internal inquiry found him guilty of 7 out of 9 charges, leading to his dismissal. George appealed the decision to the bank's board of directors, but his plea was rejected. In 2003, an administrator reinstated George. However, when the board regained control, they reinitiated disciplinary proceeding against him. Arbitration court ruling. Agreed by the bank action, George approached the Kerala Cooperative Arbitration Court. In 2017, the arbitration court ruled that George's suspension and dismissal were illegal and awarded him full back wages for the suspension period. The Kerala Cooperative Bank Arbitration Tribunal later upheld this decision. The banks challenged the arbitration court decision in a writ petition before the Kerala High Court, which was dismissed. Subsequently, the bank filed the present appeal, arguing that George was guilty of the misconduct and had been gainfully employed during his suspension. Representing the bank, Advocate Atul Shahji contended that awarding full back wages was inappropriate, as George had allegedly been employed elsewhere during the suspension. However, the George counsel, Advocate P. Sivraj, argued that the dismissal was based on false allegations. He cited legal proceedings including Dipali Gundu Sursua versus Kranti Junior Adnayak Mahavidyalaya to support the claim that illegally terminated employees are entitled to full back wages unless the employer can prove otherwise. High Court's observations. The High Court referred to the landmark judgment. In some cases, employees whose termination is found illegal should be granted full back wages unless the employer provides evidence of gainful employment during the period of dismissal. The court noted that the bank had failed to substantiate its claim that George was employed during his suspension. George had submitted an affidavit denying any employment during the period, and the bank did not provide any material evidence to counter his claim. Final verdict. The court ruled that the burden of proof lies with the employer to demonstrate that a dismissed employee was gainfully employed during their suspension. In the absence of such evidence, the employee is entitled to full back wages. Consequently, the High Court dismissed the bank's appeal and upheld the arbitration court's order granting George full back wages. This decision reinforces the principle that the employer must provide substantial evidence to deny compensation to employees in case of the illegal termination. Thank you friends. Namaste.